saying we're on bad terms.
Hey. So I'm going to try. Don't mind the way I look. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock where I'm at, and I'm already like ready for bed. I'm going to try to go live on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I don't know. Is there a way for you guys to like ask questions? This is my very first time going live on YouTube, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So definitely please like help me if you know what to do or how to do. And if there's a way, okay, managing, okay. If there's a way to like see comments or chats, that would be super helpful. But I am trying to go live on both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. There were some things that I forgot to go over in my video in regards to the live that Gypsy had done. So what I was thinking was that we could watch that video and then kind of discuss it together. Hey girl. Okay, so I can see comments. Yay. Okay. Y'all, that live was literally like the dumbest thing that she could have done for herself was do that live. I don't understand why she feels like she needs to like explain herself, because every time she speaks, she like makes it worse for herself. Like she's not doing herself any favors by getting online and talking. Like she's just not. So I figure I'm going to try to find, I think it was YouTuber headlines, where I originally saw the live. So I'm going to go to YouTube really quickly and on my TV, since I'm on both of my devices, and try to find YouTuber headlines. Hello from Nova Scotia. You guys, I'm live on both YouTube and on TikTok, so I'm trying to moderate for both. Hey, we're gonna watch a little bit of the live that Gypsy did from the other day, or I think it was it this morning or was it yesterday morning? Either way, we're gonna watch some of that so we can kind of chit chat about it, because I am just like, I cannot understand for the life of me how she thinks that anything she says is helping her. It's not helping her. So I know Nina.
Gypsy posted this minutes after her live. She was saying, Oscar, I know I've been a bad.
I know that Nina usually posts her live, but I think I saw it on YouTuber headlines. How do I find a library? Because I watched it, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we're gonna watch it from YouTuber headlines.
That's when we thought the drama between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Ryan.
And let me see if I can flip you around.
Gypsy went on TikTok live.
Okay.
About Ryan.
I don't know if y'all watch YouTuber headlines, but
Gypsy Rose Blanchard made headlines when she left a critical comment accusing her ex Ryan Anderson of using her name.
Oh, I'm sorry you were banned. Thank you so much for coming. This is my first time ever on YouTube Live, so I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, let me turn you guys around. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people in here. Hold on.
It was explosive. Viewers,
how do I flip you around?
Gypsy went on a tangent
claiming
that she doesn't care what Ryan does, that her unborn baby isn't Ryan's, but she was demanding that he still respect.
I'm sorry you were banned, because that's crazy.
People are accusing her of using her baby as a weapon to get what she wants.
Hiya from Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for being here in Quebec, Canada, for coming to hang out with me.
to get what you want from your ex, Ryan. Buckle up because this story is about to get crazy.
It's crazy. Let me know if you can hear it.
I made yesterday on a video. I'm sure all of you have
Thank you.
and screenshotted it and seen it. So if you're in this,
so if you have not seen the comment that she posted was on a video where Ryan was like a girl was like dancing on Ryan, you know, backing that ass up on his penis. Hey, Kimber, come lay down. And so she wrote, he is only oh so brokenhearted when he is on live receiving gifts using my name for sympathy and clout. This is so double standard. So from my understanding, I think that okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. I think that she thinks that it's a double standard because he's like, you know, making videos with other females and we're like praising him and saying go Ryan, whatever, but like he's not doing this and behaving this way while him and Gypsy were married, right? Like they're clearly separated because she's with somebody else and she's pregnant with that somebody else. So like his behavior now after the fact has absolutely nothing to do with her in any way, shape, or form. He's a grown ass man and can dance with whoever he wants and be in videos with whomever he wants. And it's also my understanding that these last two videos that were posted with Ryan were not even posted from Ryan's page. Like it was somebody else posting with Ryan. So maybe this one was on Ryan's page. I'm not exactly sure, but from my understanding, these girls were the ones posting from their page. So how is it Ryan's responsibility to protect Gypsy from seeing this shit? Like, why is she so mad? It's not like he's throwing it in her face like she did whenever she was literally sending him pictures of her and Ken the very following week after she left him. Like, who is she trying to kid? She's mad because he's having fun and she's pregnant and stuck. And I also think that she's upset because clearly she thinks that using her name is giving him clout. But again, in neither of these videos did Ryan use her name in any way. I think she is more upset that he's getting attention without having to use her name than she is. I think that she feels like it's a competition between him and her in the attention that they're both receiving. And I think she feels like he's getting, hey Lolo, I think she feels like he's getting more positive attention than she is, and therefore she's angry about that. She's mad because he's getting positive attention and she's getting negative attention, and he's clearly getting more attention than she is without being together. I think that she thought that he was not going to be able to continue utilizing his own platform to boost his own platform without her. And clearly, his page is doing far better than hers without him using her name because he's just like being himself. And she's obviously pissed off about that. Right. So they tagged Ryan. Okay. And like, why is she so concerned about what the fuck Ryan is doing anyway? Kimber, get out of there. Come up here. Kimber, here. Why is she concerned with what he's doing anyway? If you're so happy in the relationship that you cheated on your husband to go into, why are you worried about Ryan? Stop following everything that he does and go live your happy life with Ken, right? That's what you're so happy with Ken. You're so happy you're pregnant. You're so happy that you're in this other relationship. Why are you following what Ryan is doing? Leave him alone. Let him live his life. Yep, she's sitting on the couch with her Chad, pregnant because she wanted this baby, but now she doesn't because she realizes she can't do anything fun. Oh yeah, everybody was talking about her eyes. So let's watch a little bit more of the video, and if I need to zoom in so that you can see like her eyes, I will, cuz everybody was talking about her eyes in the video like she was going cuckoo. Oh, let me also say that I'm in a group on Facebook where there's like some thank you Kyra for the love. Thank you Lola for the love and the likes. Um where somebody posted um content in regards to the paternity test saying that that paternity test looked like it had been falsified. I have the paternity test that me and my son had to do to prove that he was the father of his child, and it looks different than the one that Gypsy claimed that she did. And so there's speculation that the test is fake, and that she falsified the results by downloading a copy from their website and then just changing the information on the on the paperwork. I'll need to pull that up so you all can see that. Let me see if I can grab my computer too. I don't trust the results she posted either. She's a habitual liar, so I don't trust anything she does or says.
I want Ryan.
Yeah, I think the courts will.
I don't talk about Ryan in my lives because I don't want to.
I only have one.
I don't want to.
I only have one
So yesterday when I came
tripod.
Video,
so let's put that like that.
Couple weeks,
she needs a muzzle. She does.
Ryan has increasingly kind of gotten on my nerves.
Hey, Lucy.
I mean, he was my husband. I can say that.
Again, why is Ryan getting on her nerves? Like, what is Ryan doing to get on her nerves? Like, why are you so invested in what Ryan is doing to the point that you're allowing what he's doing to get on your nerves? Okay, this actually was not posted to his page. In the corner, it says at jmo.forshow. So jmo.forshow posted it to their page, and then they must have tagged Ryan. So I think that that's how Gypsy saw it. But still, why are you concerned with what Ryan is doing when you're literally months away from your divorce being finalized? And aren't you so happy with your Chad? Like, you cheated on your husband to be with this no job Ken who is supposedly gay, but you're so happy, girl. Like, you can tell that she is clearly unstable. Yeah, you're right, Shannon. If you have to say that I don't care so many times, she absolutely does care. And for her to continue, I just want him to be happy. I just want him to be happy. No, you clearly don't. You clearly don't want him to be happy. You clearly want him to be miserable. At the end of this video, we're going to watch it all. But at the end of this video, she said something like, I was hoping that um he wouldn't allow me to, hurt his heart so badly that he wouldn't love again. Like, bitch, you don't have that much power. Yeah, for the baby's sake, can we stop this? Like, what does the baby have anything to do with it? It's not his baby. Why does Ryan need to be respectful of this baby when it's not even his?
Normal for people to go back and forth with each other.
Her unbothered arrow was quick. Yeah, it was, because she's clearly bothered.
I'm not gonna say we're on bad terms. We're not on good terms. We're just on terms. So,
but again, why are you even speaking? Why are you even talking to Ryan in any way, shape, or form? You are with another man and supposedly so happy. So why are you continuing to talk to him? She says it in the video about how Ryan keeps like sending her messages saying that he misses her, this, that, and the other. I don't think that that's Ryan. I think Gypsy continues to send Ryan messages trying to keep him on the hook.
I was not jealous. I am happy for him. If he wants
See?
to go and
I am happy for
if
him.
he wants to go to a club, cool, I'm happy. I don't care. Like, I want him to find someone and I want him to be happy. But what I am disappointed in is society. So it was not even Ryan's video that kind of like made me frustrated. It was society's view of the situation. So, and I understand that sexism and
She thinks it's sexism. Like, are you joking? It's not sexism.
Long as can be. Okay. So I just don't see how when a man does something.
That's what I don't understand either. I don't understand why Ken would constantly allow her to talk to Ryan.
And like slammed for it. So granted, I understand that I broke Ryan's heart.
Diana, sexism gave her 10 years and Nick life without parole. So is sexism only good when it benefits her?
I did file for divorce. I did.
And listen to the way that she says it. It's like she's trying to rewrite history by saying that she filed for divorce and then got with Ken. We all know it happened the week after she left Ryan. Like, she's literally trying to gaslight us into believing that she and Ken didn't even get together until after she filed for divorce. Literally trying to gaslight the public.
Legally. And then got with.
See? Listen.
And like slammed for it. So granted, I understand that I broke Ryan's heart. I left the marriage. I was not a good wife. I could totally admit where I'm wrong in that situation. But I did file for divorce. I did go ahead and make that separation legally. And then got with Ken. And I'm happy.
See what I mean? She's trying to gaslight us into believing that she legally was separated before her and Ken got together, when we know that that's not true. We all know that that's not true. Violet, you're right. She is always using the same excuse. Hold on. Exactly. She's the one she is a gaslighting professional. She really is. She really thinks that we're all stupid. Like, we're not keeping up with how things went. Clearly, she's not keeping up with how things went and the exact timeline if she thinks that she's going to be able to rewrite the timeline. Like, the internet is forever. Those pictures, videos that TMZ did, those are all public knowledge. And if she thinks that her daughter is not going to get on the internet and look all this shit up, she's crazy. She's crazy. because her daughter is going to be very, very curious about who her mother is and why none of her friends are allowed to come over, why she's not allowed to go over to her friend's house, why they're always in the public. Like, her daughter is going to question who her mother is. And her daughter is going to get online and her daughter is going to see her clearly gaslighting the public every opportunity that she gets. She's not a good person. She's just not a good person.
My life, and I want Ryan to be happy.
She doesn't want Ryan to be happy.
Very few times that I'm on live and I go off on about Ryan. I don't do all that.
But wasn't she the one? Her and Ken, weren't they the ones who were literally talking about, let's do a fridge tour, making fun of Ryan in the live? Didn't that happen? Or am I being gaslit again into thinking that she didn't do anything wrong?
Interviews about him, I always say the truth. I always say, hey, I hope he's healing. I hope he's doing well. I want good intentions for him.
I want good intentions for him. What does that even mean?
I do feel like all he does is talk about me. And
she feels like all Ryan does is talk about her because that's what she's focused on. She's focused on what Ryan is saying about her rather than paying attention to everything else Ryan says. Ryan talks a lot about a lot of different things in his live videos. They're not all always about Gypsy. However, Gypsy was a big part of his public story. So, of course, people are going to be interested in what's going on with him and her, and they're going to ask questions. They will probably not likely ask many more questions, especially about the baby, now that the fake paternity test results are in. And there's likely not going to be a ton of, Gypsy comments now. However, because people were so invested in wanting to know, like, is the baby yours? Are you concerned that the baby is yours? How are you feeling? And he's clearly healing and doing much better now than he was a couple of months ago. But you can clearly see that the timeline, it's taken him a good bit of time to move on and heal himself. And I think that he is probably in a higher place of healing than she is, because she jumped into the arms of another man. She didn't even give herself time to heal from the marriage. She just jumped into a relationship with somebody else, not healing at all. Yeah, she has absolutely no business commenting on anything that Ryan does. Like, it's just crazy.
And it is frustrating because it's like you do have your own life going on, so why don't you talk about like your life? And so it's kind of one of those things that, like, he can talk about me all he wants, and people praise that, and people are okay with that. But I can't even shoot one shot at him.
Why would you want to shoot one shot at him? Like,
I get it in one sense, and then another sense, like, y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
What's going on behind the scenes, Gypsy? You continuing to abuse him behind the scenes?
Year. That's private, and that remains between us. So whatever little shots that he took, that was definitely daggers to the heart.
Those were daggers to the heart. But yet you cheating on him and getting pregnant by another man was not a dagger to the heart. That was not a dagger to the heart. Him dancing with another female and another female holding up a 10-foot pole, making a joke, those were daggers to the heart. Get the fuck out of here, Gypsy Rose. You are trash.
And like unknown by the public, because I'm not gonna put his business out there like that. I haven't so far.
She's continued to even say that she wasn't even physically attracted to him.
And he's done small shots to me, but they are irritating. We irritate each other. We're exes. That is completely normal.
It is not normal. No, it's not to take shots at each other.
Like, I do want his healing. I want that for him more than anything.
Oh, do you? Do you?
For breaking his heart. But at the same time, breakups happen every day.
Yeah.
Happen every day. It's not.
You make a really good point, Shannon. She didn't need to heal from the marriage because she wasn't invested in Ryan like Ryan was invested in her. She was only using Ryan. However, she doesn't want us to know that she was using Ryan, even though she has gone on public platforms and clearly said that she married him because he lived in Louisiana and thought that they would have a lot in common. I'm sorry, I live in North Carolina and I don't have a lot in common with a lot of North Carolinians just because we live in the same fucking state. Like, how immature does that even sound? I'm going to marry somebody from North Carolina because that's where I'm from. Like, what? It just tells you that she has really immature thinking. She doesn't have a heart. Most sociopaths don't. Exactly. She was married to him for years. She just played him the entire time.
That's my take on it. I feel like for the most part, I've been very classy.
You're right, Miss Anonymous 617. She did use his good reputation to get out of prison. I made a video about this on my page, how narcissists will use other people to elevate their own social status. So she used the fact that he was a teacher, college educated, all of those things to highlight to the parole that she was a good person and somebody who was going to be living in a stable home with somebody who was college educated, a special ed teacher, and who came from a good family background. She used that to manipulate the parole board into giving her parole. Hey, Sherry and Jeremy. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, he's an upstanding citizen, never been arrested, probably's never had a speeding ticket. He's a good guy. And he looked good to the parole board. Okay, so let me pause this for a second so I can show y'all these results. Okay, so this person, Sarah, let me zoom out. This person, Sarah, on this Gypsy Rose group that I'm on. Hey, Blocked by Rena. That's a very good point, that you don't get why Ryan should stop posting on social media because Gypsy is having a baby with Ken. Exactly. Like, what does the baby have to do with Ryan posting on social media? It just makes no sense. Okay, so Sarah says Gypsy's paternity test results are fake. Let me see if I can hold on, you guys. I've got two devices that I'm trying to can y'all see that on YouTube? There we go. Okay. All right. I've got two devices that I'm trying to work at the same time. So this says Gypsy's paternity test results are fake. Go to the website and download a sample report. The second picture is how her results should look. So this is what her results actually look like. That's her results. That picture right there. And this is what they're saying the results should look like. So whenever I got the test results for my son, they did not look like this. They didn't look like this one. And this is what Gypsy posted to her page. They didn't look like that. They looked more like Let's see if somebody else posted. Oh, sorry. I think somebody posted in the comments something else. Let me go and look. Because I was in the comments. Damn. Maybe it was in a different group, but I think Sarah ended up posting in more than one group. But people are saying that it's possible these paternity tests are also fake. I don't know if that's true or not. I would not put it past Gypsy at all to fake anything. She is a terrible person with absolutely no moral compass, no integrity, and has the morals of a fucking sewer rat. So I don't put anything past her to do and to scheme to manipulate the public into thinking whatever she wants the public to think. She manipulates the public in lots of ways. So I absolutely believe that she would falsify test results to make Ken and Ryan both believe that Ken is the father.
I just want him to give me that same respect too. He doesn't have to, but it would be nice. And I think the bigger picture here is there is a child in this situation. It's not his child, so I know that it's not his problem, but there is a child.
Marilyn, I've also believed that Ryan was the father. I believed that all along. I felt like it was fake of her to take that Plan B test. I felt like the Plan B test was fake and she didn't actually take that Plan B, and that she has manipulated people into believing that that she did actually take it. I don't think that she did. Right, Rena, she does.
Me?
But everything in Gypsy's life is a problem or something to attain, an object. She doesn't view people as human beings with feelings, emotions. She doesn't view humans as things to be respectful towards. She just sees how can I use this person to benefit myself? This child has always been a prop to benefit her life. She assumed that when she got pregnant, the public was going to kind of back off of her and that they would view her more as an adult who deserved respect. But you don't get respect just by getting pregnant. Like she doesn't deserve the public's respect. She hasn't earned it. She continues to lie and gaslight and manipulate people. So like she's just not a good person.
Him are acting very childish of our own. And we both need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, prison did absolutely nothing for her. She didn't go into prison to reform. She went into prison and learned more manipulation skills to use out here in the public.
Because it's not about him, it's not about me, it's not about Ken, it's about this baby.
Right. Annie, she thinks that she's the only person in the world to get pregnant. Like, are you fucking for real?
So the grown-up
Thank you for the follow, Blue.
Would be for the both of us to stop this tit for tat game.
What is the tit for tat?
Once the divorce is final, go our separate.
Who is playing the tit for tat? What has Ryan done to play into a tit for tat game with Gypsy on the internet? Ryan just seems to be living his life. Gypsy is the one that keeps throwing Ryan under the bus every chance she gets. Wasn't she just on the Vile Files 2 weeks ago saying how she didn't find him attractive and she was in a higher place of healing than he was? Don't you think that those were digs at him? I do.
Ways. Like, I'm happy in my life with Ken. We're expecting your baby. He can have a girlfriend. I'm here. I'm happy for it. But for me, it's kind of like don't sit there and be like, she's my wife. I can talk whatever I want. She's my wife. Well, look.
I don't know why that's echoing. Christy, my voice or Gypsy's voice? Yes, we do need Ryan to do a live. And Rena or JFK Annie, I don't know if you saw the video that I just posted in reference to Gypsy and this whole entire live, but I posted about how she's nervous about Ryan exposing her. If you want to wait until after the live to go watch it, definitely go take a look at it, because I go over all of the reasons why she feels like she's losing control over Ryan. She's a fucking narcissist and a sociopath, and she is fearful that he is going to expose her in one way or another, because he is not doing what she wants him to do. Like, why does he have to obey anything that she says? Why does he have to stop talking about her online just because she wants him to? Like, I just don't understand the level of entitlement that she has to feel like all she has to do is just say something and everyone should just fucking fall in line. Like, who are you?
At that video, that's my husband. It's my husband. He's slapping some girl's house. That's my husband.
I don't know why it's echoing.
He's still married. But I'm saying is two wrongs don't make it right. So with that being said, this is the last time I'm talking about him on social media. I'm not going to talk about Ryan. I would hope that neither of you respect he doesn't respect me. Please respect my child. Because my child doesn't deserve all this chaos.
Let me see if I can exit out and try it again, because that was a little annoying. It might have been because I paused it. Who knows?
I work a lot of jobs, but none of them come with health insurance.
She's gonna have a rude. Okay, I will. Thank you for the hit, Miss Anonymous. We'll see what happens. If it does it again, then I'll mute.
Drama between Gypsy Rose Blanchard and
let's start it all the way from the beginning. I think we were about halfway through.
He does that, so yeah, I get frustrated.
Gypsy also shared that she is calling her attorney about finalizing.
No, I skipped some. Let's go back some. Hold on. Maybe right there.
And that's the way I feel about it. Like, I want us all to be at peace with the situation and, like, move on. Like,
aren't you moving on?
Move on.
Isn't she already supposed to have moved on? You're pregnant with another man. Why are you still talking about Ryan? Go live your life with this man that you chose over Ryan.
Don't purposely shoot shots at Ryan often. So I do because I'm like really fed up. And I mean, raise your hand in the chat if you've ever had an ex that just cut under your skin, dude. Like,
yeah, I know, Blue. His chat is always bringing up Gypsy because they're curious about
and
things that they went through together.
Like, he has said on lives, like, I'm moving on, but then like 2 days later text me.
I think that's Gypsy. I think Gypsy is the one texting him. I think every time Ryan goes live, Gypsy gets alerted that Ryan goes live. I think Gypsy watches the live, and then Gypsy ends up texting him, telling him how much she misses him and how much she wants to be with him because she's clearly unhappy with her life choices and can sense that Ken does not like her, does not want to be with her, and that this pregnancy was not exactly what she thought it was going to be.
Process. But I feel like it's a facade for lives and people, the public. I feel like these.
I can't even understand why Ryan or why Ken would allow this bullshit.
Gypsy also shared that she is calling her attorney about finalizing the divorce, emphasizing that she is ready to leave this chapter behind.
I still don't know what's going on with this freaking court. I texted my lawyer yesterday. She was supposed to.
Yeah, she does. It feeds her ego when Ken and Ryan are feuding over her. And she is going to portray, because you can tell that she's at Christy's house right now. Christy and her dad's house. That's their shower background. So Ken is obviously not with her right now, which is why she's doing this live, why she's thinking about Ryan, because narcissists always need to be admired by somebody. And if she's not being admired or given attention to by Ken, then she wants to seek it from somewhere else. And I'm sensing that Ryan is done with her bullshit and is not feeding into her constant need for attention from him, and has finally cut off communication. And this is why she's online pleading with him to stop making these digs at her because it's hurting her feelings.
Last thing I heard was that, like, Ryan went in to sign the divorce papers.
Oh, Christy, she's supposed to be, the nursery's supposed to be in her room.
To finalize everything. And, like, where our court is.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the higher healing comment was the last straw for Ryan. I also think that her saying that she didn't find him attractive was also hurtful to him.
I think it was like Hurricane Francine that had hit. So,
right, JFK Annie. She needs everyone obsessed with her.
It wasn't anything that.
It's immature.
The paternity or anything like that. It was because the hurricane deleted. So.
I think Ken and Gypsy have their own place as well.
I'll text my lawyer again today and see if I can get any kind of update. But I mean, I want to be divorced just as much as he wants to be divorced.
I don't think that he wanted to be divorced. Did you see her roll her eyes right there? Let's go back.
See if I can get any kind of update. But I mean, I want to be divorced.
Watch.
Just as much as he wants to be divorced. Like.
Did you see that?
We can go about our lives and.
I'm sorry, but just because you think that getting divorced is going to solve your problem somehow, Ryan is still going to be out there on the internet even after you get divorced. And Ryan is still going to have a lot of things that he wants to say even after you get divorced. Being divorced is not going to suddenly end and solve all of your issues with Ryan, Gypsy.
Existed, that's fine. I just like this tit for tat shit is just not good for any of us in this situation.
At the end of this TikTok live, Gypsy issues a plea to her.
I believe that, Miss Anonymous. I do. I believe that.
And using her child as the reason why they should grow up and stop the immature behavior on social media.
But if he's watching this live, and if this live gets clipped, I want you to be happy, Ryan. I really do.
Oh, do you?
I want it to be genuine.
You want it to be genuine? What does that mean? What does that mean that you want it to be genuine? Because his happiness now isn't genuine? You think it's a facade? Because why? Because you don't feel like he's in a higher place of healing than you are? I don't understand. You want it to be genuine? I don't get that.
And I need this.
I feel bad for the baby too.
To stop. Like,
oh, JFK Annie, at the end of this, you are just gonna die with what she says.
Can we just think about my child for a second in this and be grown about it?
Why does Ryan need to think about your child in this and be grown? Ryan is being grown. Ryan hasn't mentioned you negatively one time, hasn't mentioned the baby negatively one time, and has been quite respectful to Gypsy throughout this entire time. The only thing that I think Ryan did in one of his lives recently was say something about her trying to get Taylor Swift tickets for $12,000. And you know what she did? She tried to throw him under the bus and redirect the entire thing and blame shift by saying, oh, well, he didn't tell y'all about his gambling problem and he took money from my account and went gambling. Yeah, that's what narcissists do. They try to deflect by placing blame and fault on the other person.
All that I ask. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm not trying to prevent you from healing or getting a girlfriend. I'm happy if you do. My wish is that, I have my happiness with Ken and you have a happiness with someone that will love you the way you should be loved.
Why does he need to have happiness with somebody else? He seems really happy by himself. She's not a good actress at all. She's like one of the shittiest actresses. Yeah, she treated him like shit and expects him to be forever loyal to her. Like, the entitlement is just... It's the entitlement for me.
And I'm hoping that you didn't...
She can't be happy by herself because she's unhappy.
That does love so openly. So I really, really wish the best for you.
This part.
Watching this. So with that being said, I'm going to be a mature adult.
Oh, you're going to be mature. Oh, you're going to be mature. That's a joke.
Do the right thing and
what's the right thing?
And then go about our lives. So with that being said, I have went on a rant long enough.
Yeah, she's clearly unhappy.
I hope that all of y'all have taken what I've said to heart and maybe had a little bit more understanding about where I'm coming from.
Rena, I totally see what you're saying.
We're going to go through these tit for tat stuff.
That's not healthy. No, you shouldn't be going through tit for tat stuff.
And ours is playing out on social media. So.
No, she's not classy, but I did hear it.
Wasn't right in the marriage.
She's Bayou trash.
In my marriage. I know that.
That's what I said, Lucy Lou. Why is she bringing the baby into it?
I can apologize and say that, yeah, I did wrong.
But?
I did wrong. I'm not proud of it.
But?
I'm human, learning from my mistakes. So.
But?
That being said, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go get dressed for the day. And I hope y'all have a wonderful election day. Y'all are building a good future.
What the fuck?
This was my inspirational quote for the day, I guess.
What was inspirational?
So have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.
Hold on. I must have missed that little rift comment that she made about Ryan.
I'm a frustrated ex-wife. He's a frustrated ex-husband. We're going to go through these tit for tat stuff. And unfortunately, ours is just playing out in the media. And ours is playing out on social media. So it's, I wasn't right in the marriage. I didn't do right by my marriage. I know that there are things I can't take back. There are hurts I can't take back. But I can apologize and say that, yeah.
She can't vote. She's a felon.
I'm not proud of it. I'm human, learning from my mistakes. So, with that being said, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go get dressed for the day. And I hope y'all have a wonderful election day. Y'all are building a good future.
Damn it. I can't remember where that fucking comment was. I'm stuck on it.
In a sense to stop. please, 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 can we just think about my child for a second in this and be grown about it? That's all that I ask.
Thank you for the gift, Blue.
I'm not trying to prevent you from healing or
this part.
Girlfriend. I'm happy if you do. My wish is that, I have my happiness with Ken and you have a happiness with someone that will love you the way you should be loved. Because I know you have a good heart. You have a good heart. And I'm hoping that you didn't let me ruin that good part in your.
I hope you didn't let me ruin that good part of your heart. Bitch, you do not have that much power in anybody's life. You may have had that power in Nicholas's life to ruin his because of your actions, but you're not going to do that to anyone else. We're all watching. We're all watching, and we're going to make sure that you never hurt anyone else again. You sad piece of bayou trash.
Because I know you have a good heart. You have a good heart. And I'm hoping that you didn't let me ruin that good part in your heart that does love so openly. So I really
yes, she is objection overruled. She's going to use the baby for everything.
So,
thank you for the follow.
So with that being said, I'm going to be a mature adult. I hope you will too. And let's do the right thing and get divorced and then
thank you for the follow.
Go about our lives. So with that being said, I have went on a rant long enough. And I hope that all of y'all
thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for the likes and the hearts and the gifts.
About where I'm coming from. I'm a frustrated ex-wife. He's a frustrated ex-husband. Like,
isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that she would say, let's focus on the baby? Like, what? Why does she feel like Ryan needs to be somehow entitled to respect Gypsy because she's pregnant? Like, what?
Ours is just playing out in the media, and ours is playing out on social media. So it's
she's frustrated because she's losing control over Ryan.
Do right by my marriage. I know that there are things I can't take back. There are hurts I can't take back. But I can apologize and say that, yeah, I did wrong. I did wrong. I'm not proud of it. I'm human, learning from my mistakes. So
she's losing control of everything.
Go get dressed for the day, and I hope y'all have.
So, that was interesting. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's definitely looking for a backup now. She's looking for a backup supply. That's what narcissists do. They are always looking for new supply. I would be really interested to see how Ken feels about her doing these lives and that video that she posted after. Here it is.
Scared? Listen, baby, I know I was a bad girl, but come on. You'd have to be crazy.
Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Didn't you cheat on Ryan for... Didn't you cheat on Ryan for Ken? And now you're making thirst trap videos to entice your soon-to-be ex-husband back while you're posting about your paternity test, baby daddy Ken? Like, girl, you are messy as fuck. Pick a man and stick with him. Like, quit this back and forth bullshit. Neither one of them deserve that. Aqua Bubbles, there is so much happening. We were watching the live with Gypsy Rose earlier, where she's like pleading with Ryan to think about the baby, think about the baby, think about the baby, as if it's his child to be considerate about. She expects everyone to she's just entitled to feel like everyone just needs to fall in line with what she wants. She doesn't want Ryan back. She just doesn't want Ryan to move on. That's what it's all about. She doesn't want Ryan to move on. She doesn't want Ryan to be with anybody else. She wants to feel like she has complete and utter control over everything that that man does, says, how he behaves, and everything, because she cannot stand the fact that he knows things about Gypsy that could potentially ruin her public image. And that's what she's upset about. And she's also upset that Ryan is getting a lot of attention. And Ryan is getting attention not because of Gypsy, but because of himself. Like, he's a good person and people are making videos with him because he's fucking funny. And people like his personality, and people are enjoying him as a quote unquote creator on the internet. And she's upset because she thought that the only she assumed that once her and Ryan weren't together anymore, that he was going to become irrelevant, and he hasn't. And that's making her mad because he's getting more attention, more positive attention than she is. So she is a control freak. Yeah, he has his blue check mark. So she even said in one of her videos that I have 10 million followers. So I'm sure everybody already knows which account is mine. I'm so busy doing this, that, and the other that I don't have time to get verified. And y'all should all know it's my account, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's so fucking full of herself. It's disgusting. Everyone is just a tool, a way for her to um a way for her to get what she wants, and then once she gets what she wants, she throws them out. She's not worried about that child in any way. This child is a tool for her to manipulate other people. I'm sure she uses this child to manipulate other. Thank you. I'm sure she already uses this child to manipulate people now. That's my dog, Kimber. He probably needs to go to the bathroom. You need to go to the bathroom? I'm going to be right back, you guys. I'm going to take my dog to the bathroom. Oh, she's going to. She is definitely going to betray Bree. It's going to happen, but it won't happen until after she gets off of parole, because right now she needs Bree. Bree's her what is Bree? Bree's her like publicist. I mean, I don't know what you'd call her. She's not a publicist because she doesn't really do anything to portray Gypsy's public image in a good light. Like, she's actually doing harm to her public image. Come on. Oh, come on, buddy. It's crazy. Okay, so I just took him to go use the bathroom. So if you didn't watch the video that I posted, we can go and we can watch it on YouTube. It's this is this one?
Let me guess.
I think.
Sleeping, night sweats? Yeah, I think it's my phone keeping me up.
I think Bree needs to take some time, like mental health time for herself. Yeah, this one's mine. Hold on. I was watching it earlier. I'm like my biggest fan. I'll watch my videos over and over again to critique myself. It's weird. It's a problem.
That some narcissists like bros have when their ex-partner starts to move on is astounding. For her to get on this internet and call Ryan her husband while she is actively pregnant with another man's child, basically living with another man, and she's upset because he's out having a good time, and then saying that he's being disrespectful. Girl, what? I was literally so shocked.
Oh, thank you, C-Star. Sometimes I feel like I get a little too passionate and like I get really emotional and kind of riled up.
Running around flaunting that she's in a new relationship with Ken, supposedly pregnant, but yet Ryan is not allowed to get on the internet and flirt with other females. Come on. So it's obvious that Gypsy.
I do the same thing with my eye.
Through her behavior, she thinks that she has perfected her narcissistic mask so well, and that this is simply all about sexism. Because how dare us, society, say something about her living with another man while she was still in a relationship with her husband.
I got the hint of lime.
While she was still married, she thinks that this is not a problem, and she thinks that allowing Ryan as a man.
Oh, thank you, JFK Annie.
Female, and it's sexism. No, that's not what's happening. What's happening is she was actively in a marriage, cheating on her husband with another man, and then got pregnant. That's what everybody is upset about, in addition to, her unaliving her own mom. But let's not forget that.
Oh, I didn't see that, Tony.
The reason why she's in
was that in the comments? I didn't see it.
That's my husband. We're still married. He's still married. I'm still married. What I'm saying is 2 wrongs don't make it right.
2 wrongs don't make it right. This bitch is crazy.
With that being said, this is the last time I'm talking about him on
Good.
social media.
Good. Leave him alone.
And I would hope that he would give me the respect. Or if he doesn't respect me, please respect my child.
I saw it coming. I knew it was coming.
All this chaos.
Oh my God.
She's gonna really go off the rails whenever Ken leaves her.
She's trying to throw in there by saying there's a baby involved in this. Girl, Gypsy, you're the one who brought this baby into this toxic, chaotic mess. It is not Ryan's responsibility to shield your public image and protect other people from talking about you in a negative light. You are your own worst enemy because you won't
pull up.
Ryan
with the french fries.
The process of a marriage that he thought he was going to have with you, and he is allowed.
I missed that
talk
part,
about
Tony.
Anyone he wants, even you, Gypsy. And there's simply nothing.
She has me blocked, but I still pretend like she's hearing me talk. Just in case she hears me. Because sometimes she sees my videos.
Want to hear about how he's processing this separation and divorce so publicly. He has a right to talk about it. And you need to simply leave him alone. It's not healthy to continue to go back and forth. And aren't you happy?
Yeah, Ryan has the right to share his side. She's just upset because now she can't control what he says anymore.
Leave him alone.
Lolo, Gypsy has me blocked.
Charming, caring facade that she puts out to the world. She thinks that
girl, I got my chips and salsa ready. I got my chips and salsa ready.
On the,
I'm Mexican, so the chips and salsa are where I'm at.
Creating this illusion that she has come to believe is impenetrable.
And that's the way I feel about it. Like, I just
Oh yeah, she was definitely abusive to Ryan. You can tell. You could see that in the way that she talked to him and the way she screamed at him.
I'm doing my best to move on.
She's not doing her best to move on.
So when I do,
yeah, that girl was so pretty. It got like 16 million views.
Which generation? And I mean, raise your hand in the chat if you've ever had an ex that's out of your skin, dude.
Yeah, JFK Annie. It got like 16 million views the last time I checked. So like I said, I think she's jealous that Ryan is getting more attention.
And like 2 days later, text me that he misses me. I know that's part of the healing process. But I feel like it's
I do too, C-Star. I think that she wanted that too.
I feel like he's not
Kimber, sit.
when he does that. So yeah, I'm
Sit.
frustrated.
Believes that we're more likely to second guess ourselves.
Thank you, Crystal.
Before we question her intentions, especially since
Yes, Ryan, take his victory lap because he made it out alive, yo. He made it out alive.
Another issue is her genuine lack of self-awareness. Many narcissists like Gypsy Rose do not actually recognize that their behavior is as manipulative or toxic as it is, and they rationalize it and justify it or say it's necessary to get what they want. Like in this video where she says that it's completely normal to go tit for tat with your exes. No, honey, that's not normal. That's toxic.
Hey, lady.
So in her mind, there's literally nothing to see through because she thinks she's right. And if you react, it's because you're in the wrong. So she's trying to say that Ryan reacting and just going out and living his life, he's in the wrong for doing what he did. And us as a society are in the wrong because we're allowing his behavior and literally egging him on and praising him for what he's doing. When in all reality,
I saw that, Tony.
To move on and separate himself from the narcissistic abuse that he endured while he was in the relationship with Gypsy Rose. Lastly, Gypsy is banking that her tactics are keeping everyone off balance. Gaslighting, the emotional invalidation, and intimidation strategies are all meant to erode our confidence and make us doubt our own ability to recognize that we're being manipulated. If we as a society or Ryan is constantly
So Bree blocked me and then Bree unblocked me. So the last thing I heard about Bree was that Ivory Rose grows wild. Kimber, sit. Well, the last thing I heard was Bree was on a live saying that Ivory Rose Grows Wild was stalking Gypsy, and that Ivory Rose Grows Wild was stalking Gypsy, driving by Gypsy's house, showing Gypsy's house on live, and Ivory Rose Grows Wild has me blocked. So I don't know if any of that is true. But that's the last thing that I heard about Bree, was that stuff had happened. Yeah, I talked about the isolation with Ken and his family and how that's like usually the first step in abusers abusing you more prominently, is getting you away from your support system, because when you're around your support system, you're less likely to believe that what you're going through is abuse, because you have people that you can talk to about it. And once they remove you from your support system, you no longer have anybody that you trust to confide in about what's happening in your relationship. So you're more likely to accept that abusive behavior. She's losing followers, she's losing views. I made a post about her losing views, and I don't know why Ivory blocked me. I think it has something to do with morbid. I made a comment about her losing views, and you know what she did? She went and she put like the 3 of her most recent videos on promotion to get more views. Oh, C-Star, I would have loved to hear that. Do people not understand that when you're a felon in the United States of America, you can't vote? Most people don't. Hey, Laura. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Lolo. Like, what was that? Her public image is already pretty bad, but it's continuing to get worse. And the more she like talks, the worse it gets, because people are starting to see through the bullshit that, I mean, we all watch that same live. Like, even though most of us are not supporters of Gypsy, if you were a supporter of Gypsy and you watched that, you would be questioning whether or not you were being gaslit. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it starts for everyone to kind of open their eyes to seeing what she's doing. Because if you're questioning whether or not this person is being honest, authentic, then they're likely not. The funny thing, Jordan, is that she thinks that she's going to be able to travel with the baby. Like, she has absolutely no clue what traveling with a baby is like. It's especially on a plane. So Christy said Ivory, she didn't believe that she lived close by, so Ivory drove by the house to show that they lived close. Yeah, Ryan should block her just to see what happens. Yeah, her content is not going to end up like lasting because she's not a good content creator. Oh, you can? I didn't know that. So somebody on YouTube said that you can get your voting rights back after being a felon in certain states. I didn't know that. Yeah, I kind of knew that as soon as he found out that he wasn't the father, that he was going to be moving on as well. And as he should. I mean, he has every right to move on. He has every right to do whatever he feels like he needs to publicly to heal what he thought he was going to have. The weird thing about narcissistic abusive relationships is that you are you are always searching for the person that you met in the beginning when you were getting love bombed and praised and admired, and they were doing everything that that you wanted. They were showering you with gifts, you know, they were being the perfect partner, and then that mask slowly starts to fall off. So you're always looking for that person that you had in the beginning to come back. And so eventually, over time in the relationship, you start to grieve that you're never going to get that person back, and that that person was never real to you. And I think that that's what's happening with Ryan now. I think he's starting to realize that the person that he was talking to, exactly, because they never existed, that the person that he was talking to all those years while she was in prison was just a made up person for him. It was the person that he needed her to be in order for him to fall in love with her so that she could get him to do what she wanted him to do. It was never a real person. It was all a facade. Yeah. And I've been in narcissist abusive relationships since I was 14, and I'm still recovering. So it's not something that happens overnight. And the good thing is that him and Gypsy were not together for very long, but it's important for Ryan not to jump in a relationship with anybody else. Yeah, she's never been real. It's important for Ryan not to jump into a relationship with anybody else right now, because if he did, it's likely he would fall for another narcissist like Gypsy Rose and continue the cycle of being taken advantage of. I have chosen to stay single for the last 2 years because I'm working on like healing myself and becoming the truest version of myself. Because over the last 3 relationships that I've had, I've always morphed into the person that they needed me to be in order for the relationship to continue to move forward. I kind of lost myself in those relationships, kind of being the person that they needed me to be. And I am just now starting to feel like I'm remembering who I am as a person and as an individual. So I don't think that it's not something that happens overnight for anyone. And I feel like the further away from relationship that you get, the closer relationship you're going to have with yourself. And that's when you are going to really become, the truest version of who you are. And once you are the truest version of who you are, then you will start to attract the right type of people into your life that actually are healthy, positive, and that want to see you succeed, and that who are accepting of who you are. And you don't have to feel like you need to turn into someone else in order to continue that relationship. I'm sorry, that was kind of a lot. Yes, Hassan, she did. It takes a long time, Miss Anonymous 618, to like get out of that mindset of feeling like who it was that. Yes, girls, girls, girls in the chat. Yeah. It takes a while to get out of the relationship and remember who you are. It took me, so I was told to um actually have a funeral for the relationship that I thought I was going to have, if that makes sense. Not the relationship that I had. I was told to mourn the relationship that I thought I was going to get, because that's what we continue to hold on to, is the relationship that we thought we were going to get, and that perspective that this person is going to change and be the person that we thought that they were in the beginning. And that's why we stay so long in the relationship. Yeah. I'm so glad people are enjoying. I have I've been abused in so many different ways, and I've honestly not really wanted to talk about it because I didn't want to come off feeling like a victim. So whenever I started making the videos about Gypsy and the narcissistic abuse, that was kind of like my way into discussing what had happened to me in a way that allowed me to talk about what had happened to me by exposing what she's doing to other people, so that it doesn't really come across as me victimizing myself. It's more as me using my experience to showcase how she's abusing others. And that's been, so far, it's been really healing for me, which has been nice. Hold on. My dog, I think, wants me to throw the ball at him, but it's like 9 o'clock at night. Come on, buddy. You want to play? See? That's what he likes to do. He likes to do that. This is his favorite game. Yeah, it does bother me how people, kind of glorify her behavior and that sort of thing. But I do feel like people are coming around, and people are starting to notice more and more of her behaviors and those patterns and that sort of thing, because you can see that she's not getting as much support as she did in the beginning. The red flags are crazy. She isn't a victim. She isn't a victim of anything. I actually think that everyone in her life is a victim of hers. She is losing followers. She's losing positive feedback too. She's losing a lot of positive feedback. Sorry about the way I look. Don't mind me. It's like bedtime. The pressure is starting to fall, right? The pressure's starting to fall. She's starting to get a lot more public backlash from the things that she's doing and the things that she's done. And people are just generally fed up. Like, the story is old, like the story is old. She's definitely a spoiled brat, for sure. I believe Dee Dee did everything that Dee Dee could to give Gypsy the life that Gypsy wanted. And I believe that Gypsy was incredibly ungrateful for what Dee Dee did. I believe that Dee Dee gave Gypsy everything that she wanted. And when Gypsy started to act out sexually, Dee Dee started to, like, she probably put restrictions on her and was probably learning to set some boundaries. And when she started to set those boundaries, Gypsy was not having it. And she was like, well, she's got to go. I don't like her setting boundaries with me. I don't like her telling me what I can and can't do. So she's got to get out of here. Yeah, she was being a regular mom, parenting her teen, but because Gypsy is mentally and cognitively slow, she was parenting her like a 15-year-old when she was 19 and 20, because she was literally mentally stunted. Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for the gifts. That is so nice. the Melissa Moore video on Becca Scoop's page, I watched it. I don't think that Melissa Moore actually like did any real investigating. Okay, so Hassan, I heard that Ryan's posting got 17 million views. Yes, that's what I was talking about earlier, Hassan, that she's mad because he got so many views on that video using her 10-foot pole Chad bullshit, and she's mad because he's getting more attention than she is. So now it's up to 17 million. I don't even think it was on his page though, was it? Was it on his page, or was it on that girl's page that actually was in the video, the blonde girl? It was on hers, right? Yeah. I think she's super jealous. I think she's super jealous. I think she's super mad that Ryan is getting attention and people actually like him and nobody fucking likes her. I don't think Ryan will move because I think Ryan is still helping his mom take care of his little brother. I think that that's what's going on. And that girl was really pretty too. So she was like real mad about that. She was pretty, she was thin, she was funny. All the things Gypsy is not. Yeah, she always thinks that people are getting money off of her name, but that was literally not on her name at all. Yeah, they used an audio of her, but it wasn't using her name. There's a lot of videos under that audio. So views on TikTok do make money as long as you view the video from the FYP. If the video shows up on your FYP, you can make money on it. But say if you came to my page and clicked on a video, I don't get paid for that. I only get paid for the views for the videos that show up on your FYP. So if somebody is going and searching my name and scrolling through my main page, I'm not getting paid for any of those. Yeah, I think that that was also a friend. And I think that she did it because she wanted to like throw shade at Gypsy. I'm so glad you found my channel too, Hassan. I really appreciate you guys being here. It's been fun like chit-chatting. I don't normally get on live late at night, but I figured why not? I didn't have anything else to do, so I figured it was fun to just hang out and, get to know everyone. I'm glad everybody's having a really good time in the chat. I'm doing good today. How are you, Eve? Yeah. So if I show up on your FYP, you have to watch the video for at least 5 seconds in order for me to get paid for the video. Thank you for the follow. That's how TikTok works. Now on YouTube, it's a little bit different. On YouTube, I think every view counts. So like when I post a video on YouTube, it doesn't matter how long you watch the video. As long as you watch the video, I'm getting paid for it. I am in the creator program on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you. Yeah, I have a poodle. His name is Kimber. and he loves to play fetch. That's like his favorite game. Here he comes. People get mad at me when I throw him that ball because it's small and it can fit in his mouth. And they're like, you probably shouldn't use that ball because he could choke on it. But he doesn't. He always brings it right back. Yes, poodles are really good for people who have allergies because I don't want to say that they're hypoallergenic, but they are low shedding dogs. So you're able to, have a dog and not have one of them and not have a lot of allergies or allergic reactions. I'm a dog groomer as well, so I'm around dogs literally all day. So I usually smell like a dog at the end of the day. Thank you for liking the live. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Did you lose your ball? Okay, we gotta go find his ball. I gotta get my flashlight because sometimes it goes up underneath the couch. I can't reach it, you guys. Success. Success. I found his ball. All right. That took a minute. Sorry. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'll post more of the short clips with the dogs. Everybody likes dog videos, but I was having a hard time like growing my page with the dog videos. So I don't know enough about Fancy to know if she has any MPD traits. So I would definitely have to study her a little bit more. There are a couple of other creators that I do think have those traits. I don't want to say their names publicly, but there are a couple that I definitely think have those traits. How do I do with aggressive dogs? I actually don't groom many aggressive dogs because I like my hands and my face and my body, and I like my career a little too much to risk it on a dog that could potentially ruin my career. So if I can muzzle them and get through the groom safely, I'll accept them. But if I can't muzzle them and do the job safely, then I won't. I need to be able to protect myself. And so if I'm able to do that, then yeah. I was following Fancy for a while, and then I got upset that her and Ryan used some of my content and they didn't credit me, so I unfollowed. Yeah, you can groom one with a muzzle on, for sure. It just takes a little extra practice and a little extra work, but it's definitely doable. So, like, when I had just started posting videos about Gypsy, most people didn't really know who I was, because before posting videos about Gypsy, I was posting videos about grooming dogs. So a lot of people didn't know who I was, and I feel like they took advantage of the fact that I was unknown in the Gypsy content, and they were taking my content and like using it without my knowledge, and they weren't tagging me, they weren't crediting me, they weren't even mentioning me. So that was really upsetting. And then I was on Sir Morbid's live that one time, and that was when people started to like really look at me as a creator in the like Gypsy commentary type of creator. And then people started, you know, watching my page and actually giving me credit. I think that there is a couple of she's really harsh and abrasive in how she comes across. Thank you. Yeah, I unfollowed one because she was screaming at people in lives, and I felt like that person was also narcissistic in their behavior. Miss Anonymous, you are exactly right. So I'm going to read her comment out loud. You know who I'm talking about, Crystal. Miss Anonymous wrote, "What concerns me the most is her progression of her manipulating people to do things for her. Her PO," and we're talking about Gypsy now. "Her PO really needs to do something. It started with doxing, now threatening violence against people." So she's talking about Gypsy right here. And that is something that I think a lot of people are concerned about, because she does have a way of manipulating certain people. Like, once she gets that person in her circle, she is able to manipulate them into doing things for them. Like Bree is subjected to all kinds of criticism and hate online, and she just accepts it because she thinks that her and Gypsy are friends. They're not friends. A friend would not allow you to go on live for 17 plus hours a day and defend their name. Like, that's not a friend. That's somebody who is using you, clearly. And so I think that with her ability to manipulate people and them not even realize they're being manipulated, Gypsy could definitely manipulate somebody into doing something for her, potentially something dangerous for her in the future. Because what was it that I heard about somebody saying that they were going to pull a pew pew out on Ivory Rose if she came back by Gypsy's house? What was that? I know I heard that. I can't remember from who, but they were saying that because she drove by the house, that apparently they felt like threatened and were gonna have somebody pull one on her. Was it Bree who said it? A guy. What guy? Sorry, that was my daughter. Sorry, that was my daughter. It was so nice catching up with you. I'm going to have to go in a minute too. The guy named Roggy, do they know her? And so they know both Bree and Gypsy, or just Bree? Because I can definitely see how that could get taken out of hand really quickly. I'll have to look into that. I don't particularly care to watch her lives because I feel like she just dances around in circles the entire time and how she tries to defend Gypsy. And it's really kind of annoying because, like, at what point are you going to be honest with yourself and realize that she's using you? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she's allowed to be in the wrong, Leona, but she's the only one who's allowed to be in the wrong. Nobody else. Trying to get who fired? That is crazy, you guys. So after all that shit happened with me, Bree, and Gypsy, and her blocking me, oh my god, they tried to get her fired from her job. How do they even know where she works? That's fucking crazy. Oh, thank you. Gotta go. Keep up the great work. You have great insight. Very professional. Thank you, Hassan. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna get off here in a minute too. Because what time is it? It's 9:30. That's like my bedtime. Oh wow. Okay. So I feel like they were probably able to find out her information pretty quickly since she's local. Trying to get Ryan fired from his job, his teaching job? Why? What did he do? Y'all, she's crazy. They're literally crazy. Like they need to find a hobby aside from being on the internet. Like, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, they need to find a hobby. Bree doesn't work, right? Like, she's not working. Okay, I'm gonna look him up. I think no, Bree's just her friend. I'm going to look him up. I think Nina made a video about him one time. Yeah, I'm far, Tony. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I have a lot of followers out in California. All right, well, I better go because it's getting late for me, and I need to get relaxed and get some water and all that good stuff. I have this thing that I fill up with water. It's really cute. It's like a copper tin, right? Because copper is supposed to oxidize the water and help purify it. And it comes with a little cup. So you just pour into the cup. I usually just drink it out of the jug, but if you wanted to be fancy with it, you could, use your cup. And then the cup just goes over it to close it so that it cleans the water. I love this chat too. So I usually fill this up every night because I have an underactive thyroid. So I have to take like medication first thing in the morning with a bunch of water. And then I sleep next to it. But if you like my little fancy container, I'll link it for you so that you can have one by your bedside too. I'll see you guys later. Y'all are awesome.